Very good morning, children. In second lesson, plant tissues, you learned about living organisms are made up of cells, and different cells are present in multicellular organisms, and in single celled organisms, that single cell alone is performing all activities, whereas in multicellular organisms, different cells are organized to perform different functions. Okay, so that organized cells which are grouped, okay, and which are performing certain functions, we call them as tissues that you learned. So what is a tissue means? Tissue is a group of cells which are having similar structure and performing the same function. Like that you learned. Then coming to the next point, as you are learning about the plants, so the tissues of plants you are learning under the topic plant tissues. Is it clear to children? Then you learned that with some activities you came to know that there are four types of plant tissues, four types of plant tissues. Let us once recall the names of four types of plant tissues. First one is said to be meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. Then second one is dermal tissue. Dermal tissue. And third one is ground tissue. Ground tissue. And fourth one is vascular tissue. Vascular tissue. So like that, four major types of tissues are there in plants: meristematic, dermal, ground and vascular tissues. So meristematic tissue helps in overall growth, repair works. Then dermal tissue, as it covers, it helps in protection. Ground tissue, it helps in the formation of bulk portion of the plants, and vascular tissue, it helps in transporting the materials. So these are the points you learned in the yesterday's class. In today's class, or from today onwards, what you are learning means, so meristematic tissue, where do we observe it, how the cells are arranged, that is structure of the cells, and where do we observe how many types of how many types are there, then what are the specific functions carried out by all these tissues in detail, we are going to learn with some activities. Is it clear to children? Okay, so now we learn first about meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. So for that, here some activities have been given, children. So what are the activities given here? Means just onion we have to take, and roots which are going to be developing, that we have to observe. Is it clear to you? When we observe there like that, onion roots, so for that, so here onion bulb it is, and if we keep it on a glass, so here we have 5 hair-like structures. So if we keep it on a glass, so after few days the structures are growing. Okay, so when we collect this small piece of it and keep it on the glass slide, and when we observe some kind of arrangement of the cells. Is it clear to children? So what do we call them? That we are going to now here learning. So now here the LS of shoot tip is given here. Diagram you can observe. LS of shoot tip. So cells arrangement you can observe here how they are. So very much smaller cells you are going to observe, and rapidly dividing cells which are of small size, you are going to observe. Is it not, children? So these are making you to understand about the different types of meristematic tissue. Figure, so whichever is given. So if we see, so here you are going to observe the cells like this, very much smaller size cells you are going to observe. So it is the shoot tip. Shoot means stem, or root tip means, suppose if we see a plant, so here roots are growing below the ground and we have branches. So this portion is called a shoot tip. అంటే ఏమి పైన ఉన్నటువంటి భాగాన్ని కట్ చేస్తున్నాం, స్టెమ్ది. అట్లాగే రూట్ టిప్స్ కట్ చేస్తాం. టర్మరిక్. సో హియర్ యూ కెన్ అబ్జర్వ్ న్యూ parts which are going to develop. So like this you can observe. Is it clear to children? So that contains the meristematic tissue. So where it is present now we will learn. So have you seen it is turmeric, పసుపు కొమ్ము అంటాం చూడండి అది. So here you can observe how that lateral side the structures are developed. So in these portions these are called stem tips. Is it clear to you? If it is present on the carrot is example of root, so we call them as root tips. Is it clear to? Tip means kona bhagalu, konalu ani artham. So now if we observe this arrangement of cells here, so very much minute, small and closely packed and rapidly dividing cells we are going to observe, children. So keeping that in the view, this meristematic tissue, where do we observe? Just now I said root tip or shoot tip, or where the branches are going to develop. So in such places we are going to observe. So that type of tissue is called as a meristematic tissue. Is it clear to children? Then the meristematic tissue which is going to help in the growth and development of the plants. So where it is present, according to that the meristematic tissue is divided into 3 parts or 3 types. 3 types of meristematic tissue we are going to observe. So just now I said meristematic tissue is a tissue of plants which is observed in the root tips and shoot tips, I said. Okay, so according to the functions which are carried out, so the meristematic tissue is of 3 types. First one is said to be apical meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. Apical meristematic tissue or apical meristems. So what it is going to make you to understand, the plant is growing very much tall, okay, lengthwise. That you know that the shoot grows above the ground, the stem portion grows above the ground and the roots are growing below the ground. Okay, so in that apical regions, whatever the type of meristematic which we are going to observe, that one we call it as a apical meristematic tissue. Have you followed, children? Apical meristematic tissue. Then tissues present around the edges in the lateral manner, and they are going to give rise, they are going to help in giving the girth of the plant. That one we call it as a lateral meristematic. That is called as a lateral meristematic tissue. Is it clear to you? So the shoot, suppose if you observe any bean plant or any other plant which seed whichever is sown, the shoot grows very much above the ground. Is it not, children? The leaves, the roots are growing below the ground. So the shoot tip and the root tips, they contain a type of meristematic tissue which we call it as a apical meristematic tissue. So what it is going to do? Length of the plant. The plant is growing in lengthwise. So that is because of apical meristematic tissue, as it is present in root tips and shoot tips. Is it clear to children? Then lateral meristematic tissue means what? Where you are observing on the stem portion lateral branches which are going to develop and the girth formation is going to happen. Means the size of the plant it is increasing. So that we observe the lateral meristematic tissue. Have you followed, children? Then coming to the last third type of meristematic tissue, which is said to be where the new branches or the new leaves are going to develop. Okay, so new branches, new leaves or new flowers. So you are going to pluck out any leaf or flower, or you are cutting the stem portion particular place. So where you can observe the new branches or new leaves or new flowers are observing. So that one we call it as a intercalary meristematic tissue. Intercalary meristematic that is called as a intercalary meristematic tissue. So this intercalary meristematic tissue is also called as a cambium or cambium. So you know that apical meristematic tissue where it is present means in tip of the root and tip of the stems, shoot we call it. There we observe the cells. Then lateral meristematic tissue we are observing on the lateral branches, okay, and girth formation where it is happening, there we observe the lateral meristematic tissue. Intercalary meristematic tissue where do you observe? On that lateral sides where the new leaves or the branches are going to develop, that one we call it as a intercalary meristematic tissue, which is also called as a cambium. Is it clear to children? Then coming to the next point, cells arrangement, which you have seen the diagram. Are you going to observe the cells? Cell size you have to observe. Then next point is said to be how the cells are arranged. They are very much closely packed. Is it not, children? No intercellular spaces you are observing. And next point is said to be they have thin cell wall. Meristematic tissue will have a thin cell wall and prominent nucleus is seen, abundant cytoplasm you are going to observe. Is it clear to children? And they are arranged without intercellular spaces. Is it clear to children? Then another important point, as they are present in root tip and shoot tip, they are continuously dividing. Is it not, children? So here the root tip you can see or shoot tip you can see, lateral sides you can see are new plant parts where they are developing you can observe. How that development of new parts are going to happen means that is because of rapidly dividing cells. So this meristematic tissue contains rapidly dividing cells. Rapidly dividing cells means what? Vigorous growth. Okay, vigorous growth we are observing in roots and shoots that results in the development, growth of the plant. Is it clear to children? So now depending upon the position where the cells are present of this tissue, the meristematic tissue is divided into three categories: apical meristematic tissue, lateral meristematic tissue and intercalary meristematic tissue. So apical meristematic tissue, it is present in the root tip and shoot tips, which helps in the growth of the plant. Lateral meristematic tissue, which helps in the bulk formation. Is it clear to you? Girth formation. The size it is increasing. That is because of lateral meristematic tissue. And intercalary meristematic tissue, you are observing new branches or new leaves or new flowers are going to be developing. That there you are observing cells of intercalary meristematic tissue, which is also called as a cambium. So as you have observed that shoot tip, so arrangement of cells you have seen. So now let us recall all the points. Let us write together so that you can give the structure of a meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. So what is the structure? Cells are small and have thin cell wall. Thin cell wall. Then living with all the cells are said to be living cells. What I will tell later. Living with prominent nucleus. Prominent nucleus and abundant cytoplasm. Abundant cytoplasm. Then cells are cells are compactly arranged without intercellular spaces. Without intercellular spaces. Then cells are said to be continuously dividing. So now that diagram. So once you please observe this diagram, LS of shoot tip, longitudinal section of shoot tip if we observe. So stem portion it is cut and the cells which are present at the tip of the stem. So we call it as a apical meristematic. Apical meristematic. And lateral side branches we are going to get. Is it clear to you? So that is lateral meristematic. And where we are observing the new parts on the stem portion, that is intercalary meristematic tissue. So now if we observe the cells of shoot tip or root tip, cell size how it is? Small, and the cells are very much small and they have a thin cell wall. This cell wall is thin. Thick cell wall how we are going to represent? Like this. So thick, thin you can differentiate. So the cells are small and have thin cell wall. Cell wall of these cells will be very much thinner. Then all the cells which are present in the root tip or shoot tip are said to be living cells. Why they are called as living? They have prominent nucleus. Okay, nucleus is there and nucleus is seen very much clearly, and they are having abundant in large amounts the cytoplasm. So abundant cytoplasm is also present. Then how the cells are arranged? Are you going to observe any space? So suppose if you see the cells like this, so gaps we are going to observe in between. Okay, so like that are you going to observe here? No. So that's why here the cells are compactly arranged without intercellular spaces. So this one, the gap or the space whichever is present between the cells is called intercellular space. That type of intercellular spaces we are not going to observe in the meristematic tissue. Is it clear to children? So that's why what we are learning here, all the cells are arranged without intercellular spaces, and they are compactly arranged, very much closely arranged. So like this, without any gaps, the cells are arranged. Then they have the capability of dividing continuously. Continuously dividing cells we are going to observe. Rapidly dividing cells we are observed. Where do you observe rapidly dividing cells? Means you have to write like in choose the correct answers also you will be given. You found rapidly dividing cells in a flower or a leaf like that, or root tip or shoot tip, like that you will be given. So what will be your answer? Root tip or shoot tip. Is it clear to children? So because of this continuously dividing nature of the cells present in this, the plant growth or development is going to happen. Is it clear to children? So summary of meristematic tissue: the cells are small with a thin cell wall. Then all the cells are seen with prominent nucleus and abundant cytoplasm. Then the cells are compactly arranged without any intercellular spaces. Then as they are present in the root tip and shoot tip, they are continuously dividing. Is it clear to children? So we learnt in the beginning of your lesson that where do you observe this meristematic tissue, means in the root tips, shoot tips, or where the lateral branches are going to develop, or new parts of the plant are going to develop. In such parts we are going to observe meristematic tissue, like that we learnt. Is it not children? So here growth and development of the plant is going to happen because of a meristematic tissue. So what is the function of this meristematic tissue children? It helps in the overall growth and development of the plant. Apart from that, whenever the plant part, any plant part, if it is cut, okay, so we are plucking out branches or we are cutting the stems, you will be observing on the roadside, the people will be cutting the branches. So after few days again new branches you are going to develop, new leaves you are going to develop. So how can it is happening? That is because of a meristematic tissue. Is it clear to you? The function of meristematic tissue is said to be growth and development of the plant parts, and it also take part in the repair work. Is it clear to you? That cut branches, again new branches are going to develop there, and that cut portion is not going to be seen. That is because of again meristematic tissue. Is it clear to children? So that is about here the structure and function of a meristematic tissue. I will 30 minutes. Till now you learned about the major tissue whichever is present in the plant's meristematic tissue and different types and their functions. Now we learn about the other tissue. What is that other tissue? Dermal tissue. We learn about the dermal tissue. Dermal tissue. So from where this dermal tissue is going to be developing, means this dermal tissue is developing from the cells of meristematic tissue only, children. Is it clear to you? The dermal tissue is developing from the cells of meristematic tissue and during the growth and repair work of the plant parts. Is it clear to you? So when the process of growth and development or repair work is going to happen, at that time what will happen means the meristematic cells whichever are there, they are helping in the formation of a dermal tissue. Then now dermal tissue, where it is present and what kind of arrangement of cells or the structure of cells we are going to observe under the dermal tissue, and what are the different types of dermal tissue and what are the functions carried out by dermal tissue, that we are going to discuss now in this class. So dermal tissue is going to be, or the cells of dermal tissue are helping from the meristematic tissue only. Is it clear to children? Where the growth or repair work is going to happen. Repair work, this point to be noted. So now here the dermal tissue is having cells of single layer cells we can see, and here we are going to observe thick cell wall. Thick cell wall. Is it clear to you? So in meristematic tissue, cell wall of the cells will be very much thin. Whereas here in the dermal tissue, we are going to observe thick cell wall. And why it is there like that means the functions whichever are going to be carried out. So different functions are going to be carried out. Keeping that in the view, we are going to learn like that. Then next one. The dermal tissue is going to help in performing different functions, I said. Okay. So now some variations we are going to observe. So now what you have to remember, single layer and thick cell wall we are going to observe. So now here how many types of dermal tissue we are going to observe. Okay. On the basis of functions carried out. Is it clear to you? So what are the different types of this dermal tissue? Means one is said to be outer epidermis. Outer epidermis, and middle layer is the mesodermis. And third one, inner layer is said to be endodermis. Is it clear to you? So outer epidermis, middle mesodermis, and third and the innermost layer is said to be endodermis. Is it clear to children? So depending upon the location where they are present. Okay. So the cells are of this dermal tissue is of three types: epidermis, outermost layer, and middle layer is called mesodermis, and third layer is called as endodermis. Is it clear to children? So you know that the cells are single layer arranged and they are said to be closely packed. Like that you learned with thick cell wall. Coming to the next point, in the functions you learned already when idea of different tissues of plants, when it is explained at the time, dermal tissue as it is going to help in covering the plant parts. So all the plant parts are covered because of dermal tissue. So when it is covering the plant parts, it helps in protection. Means the plant parts are getting protected because of dermal tissue. Is it clear to children? Now, so to observe dermal tissue, we can take a Rio leaf, okay, and or beetle leaf. We can collect, and if we have one stroke of it, and if the cells, if we observe under the microscope, we can see the compactly arranged cells like this. Okay children. So what are those cells called as? Means they are called as dermal tissue. So this Rio leaf, when we observe it under the microscope, so we can see here the cells which are arranged very much closely packed. So or when we see the leaf, transverse section of leaf, so now we are observing cells like this. So this type of cells which are said to be arranged in single layer and without any intercellular spaces, we call them as a dermal tissue. And the different places this dermal tissue is present in different plants, it is performing different functions. The major function is said to be covering the plant parts and it gives protection. So some other functions which are going to be carried out that we will discuss in tomorrow's class. Is it clear to you?